Blog Talk Radio.
Transition Radio, live from Hollywood, Florida. Brought to you by Mark Angelo and Jessica Lynn Cummings. A show for trans folks, by trans folks, bringing you LGBT news from across the world. Great interviews, stories, and a chance to hear your voice.
Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another radio show. Tonight we have a fun-filled packed show. We will be discussing. I'm Cuban. I can't even speak sometimes. The most awkward trans moment in our lives and what we did to overcome it. We're going to have tips on coming out. Jessica will provide the trans world news and a little tip on how to whiten your teeth naturally. Well, we had a little poll on our Facebook group called Transition Radio, and in that poll, we asked the question, what was your most awkward moment? Gave some selections, and these are some of the selections, and I'm going to say how many people voted on the selections. Using the bathroom for the first time in your new gender, got 5 votes. As an FDM, getting a checkup with your gynecologist while sporting a full beard. That got 2 votes. Meeting up with an old boyfriend, girlfriend, after transitioning. No one voted on that one. I guess not too many people have that issue. Going in for an interview while your ID still read wrong gender. I got 2 votes. And my favorite, which got no votes, was as an MTF, having your prostate checked after post-breast augmentation. And I could picture that going into a doctor, and all of a sudden he tells you to bend down and cough, and your boob just kind of comes out of your shirt. That's interesting. I want to share my most awkward moment, and that was the day I had a visiting oncologist to have my female organs removed. I sat in the waiting room with pregnant women, those that were there to have their ankle exam. Everyone looked at me funny, and I can almost hear their thoughts. Hey, buddy, you're in the wrong doctor's office. That's like, I swear I could read your thoughts. But that wasn't embarrassing enough. So when I went back for my post-op checkup, the looks on the nurses and the staff, that was priceless, totally priceless. We go through a lot of transgender individuals, and we go through a lot of these awkward moments. But I want Jess to share what was her most awkward moment.
I would have to say my most awkward moment was using the bathroom at my new gender. It was a little confusing because I was afraid to go in the women's room, and I definitely wasn't going in the men's room. It looked kind of funny standing at a stall trying to go to the bathroom. So I used the women's room. That was my biggest fear, and my most awkward moment was the first time I ever walked into the women's room. It was like, oh my God, somebody's going to come in, and they're going to freak out, and I'm going to have so many problems. But it didn't work out that way. It took me probably, I would say, a good 2 to 3 months to get used to using the women's room without actually having any fear. The whole time, though, I had my carry letter, and that is the most important thing that I can probably stress is to get a carry letter at least get a carry letter if you haven't had your gender marker changed on your ID. At least this way you've got something to protect you and back you up.
Sure, they'll just take the paper and beat you across the head with it. After I transitioned, it wasn't a major deal, except I always had the fear that people were going to notice how my feet were facing. But when I was in that in-between stage, that I was still using the female's bathroom. I remember I was at a gym at the time, and the lady opens the door, come inside the bathroom, and she closes the door and opens it again and says, "Young man, you're in the wrong bathroom." And I was like, okay, I think it's time to start using the male's bathroom. But, there's just so many funny stories, and you guys are welcome to call in anytime if you want to share your most awkward moment. Anytime, just chime on in. We're going to talk about tips on coming out. One of the things I have to say is, take your time. Prepare your mind for all sorts of reactions. Remember, what you have worked out in your mind for years is something very new for those who knew you in your old gender. Be gentle with yourself. Come on, guys. Don't expect everyone to understand or be accepting. Main key is to learn to feel comfortable in your own skin and others will sense that and respect you more for it. Jess, do you have anything to add to this?
Don't I always?
Yes, you do. Why would I even bother asking?
I know, exactly. You should know by now that that's something I have.
Everyone always has something to say.
Oh, yes, we do. Anyway, behave yourself. Okay, or no empty for you. Anyway, yes, basically, excuse me. Coming out, that's usually the hardest part of the whole situation, is, confiding in one person or more persons to physically tell them your deep, dark secret. Basically, I found the best way to do it with my situation is, like, people that I work with, guys that I work with. I was in a very masculine industry. And basically I would do some joking around, make light of it, have a sense of humor about who you are on the other side of the coin. And when people see that you have a sense of humor about your coming out and your situation, it's kind of an icebreaker when you can joke about it. And people tend to essentially be more willing to accept you at that point because they feel you're willing to joke about it. So basically,
either that or you give them a heart attack.
Yeah, either that or you give them a heart attack.
Yeah, I remember I had my business buying under construction, and I very slowly started to let my clients know, well, have you guys heard of transsexual? They would look at me kind of puzzled, or transgender. They're still looking at me kind of puzzled. I said, well, I'm going to be transitioning into my true gender. So if you start seeing little fuzzy hairs on my face, or my voice started to change a little bit, don't freak out. I'm just transitioning. Maritza's becoming Mark. And you got the awkward look. And some people are very accepting, and some people are just like, okay, she's really gone nuts now. But
I had the same problems. I had one incident where I was working with one of the technicians, and basically we were driving, and this girl comes walking across the street. Genetic girl comes walking across the street, and he's like, oh, wow, I would love to get her number. I would love to do her all the things the guys do. And I'm like, yeah, but her shoes are hideous. And he looks at me and he goes, huh? Did you just say that? And I said, say what? What'd you hear? So, needless to say, he's got tattoos on his neck, all over his body, and very masculine. And and I was like, no, what'd you hear? So, joking around like that and stuff like that. And it really helps when you do decide to physically come out and start talking.
Humor is a great icebreaker, and if we can't laugh at ourselves, who else will? I mean, come on. It's like all of a sudden we tell people I was wrong, born in the wrong body. I'm not the gender that I appear to be. It's something like from a sci-fi movie or a Twilight Zone for some people. We've got to be gentle. We've got to understand them in order for them to understand us. It works both ways. And again, be gentle, be yourself, and don't expect miracles. It's going to take time. Rome was not built in a day. You have to educate the world.
That's my saying.
Was it really?
Rome wasn't built in a day. Yeah.
That's
my saying.
I think somebody else said that a long time ago.
I think
it took them longer than a day to build Rome. But it is what it is, and we are very special individuals, and we have been given the torch of education to teach people to love unconditionally. And I don't think Mother Nature was playing an awful trick. I think we were born this way for a reason, and I, for one, am very proud to be a transgender person, trans man on a mission, proud all the way through and through, and I wouldn't change one bit of my life's journey because it's been wonderful, especially meeting wonderful soulmate. It's the most amazing thing.
Yeah.
The full smile, important that it is. I love what the trans man all about it.
I didn't let the trans woman away.
Callers, feel free to chime on in, call in with your questions. What was your awkward moment? This is your show, and we want to make it as interactive as possible. But you guys know that October is LGBT History Month. Yes, all of October. It is LGBT History Month. And I love the way humans do that. It's like we create these months for this, Teacher's Day, that day, the other day, it's Mother's Day, Father's Day. Sun goes up, the sun goes down. That's the only biorhythm I follow. All these time restraints and all these calendar stuff, it's crazy stuff. But you know what? Jess is going to share with you a wonderful story, Trans World News, and shows that we're definitely making leadway in the world. People are finally starting to get it, and that is good.
And starting to accept them.
And that is very, very good.
Because I think they're starting to be more educated and realize what we go through.
Plus, hey, us transgender people, we're sexy as heck.
Well, hell yeah. Because who else has, two spirits in the same body? Come on.
We're special. Very special.
There's something about that duality that's very, very sexy.
Androgyny.
Especially with you, with your big bulging man chest. Sorry.
Yeah.
Back to the news.
And my little wee-wee. Okay, family hour.
Okay, back to PG.
All right.
Sorry, bud. Okay, this is Miss Universe, the change policy on transgender women. Change comes after Vancouver's Jenna Talikova pleaded for the rule drop. Transgender women will be allowed to participate in the Miss Universe beauty pageant next year. Officials announced today, a week after they ruled the trailblazing 23-year-old from Vancouver could vie for the crown this year. Pageant officials said they are working on the language of the official rule policy change. Trials for next year's Miss Universe pageant begin this summer. The move comes 5 days after the organization said that Jenna Talikova could compete in the Miss Universe pageant this year. Talikova had a sex change 4 years ago after being born a male. The gay and lesbian advocacy group GLAAD, G-L-A-A-D, called on the Miss Universe organization to review her case as well as open the competition to transgender women. We want to give credit where credit is due, and the decision to include transgender women in our beauty competitions is a result of our ongoing discussions with GLAAD, said Paula Sugar, president of the Miss Universe organization. We will have a long history of supporting equality for all women, and this was something we took very seriously. Advocacy groups praised the decision. GLAAD on Tuesday praised the decision and the work by Talikova to remain a contestant. The Miss Universe organization today follows institutions that have taken a stand against discrimination of transgender women, including the Olympics, the NCAA, the Girl Scouts of America, and the CW's America's Next Top Model, said GLAAD's Senior Director of Programs. At a time when transgender people are still routinely denied equal opportunities in housing, employment, and medical care, today's decision is in line with the growing levels of public support for transgender people across the country. Talikova's sex change initially led organizers in Canada to disqualify her from the 61st Miss Universe Canada pageant, set for May, citing a rule that she must be naturally born a woman. Talikova pleaded with the pageant's leaders to drop the rule. Official rules must be approved by Trump and NBC. I am a woman, Talikova said last week. I was devastated, and I felt that excluding me for the reason that they gave was unjust. I never asked for any special consideration. I only wanted to compete. Donald Trump, who runs the Miss Universe organization, wished her the best of luck in her quest for the crown. The official rules will have to be approved by Trump and NBC, which co-own the contest. On Monday, Talikova told ABC's Good Morning America that she has a boyfriend and hopes to have children someday, but didn't initially tell him she was born male. Talikova said she and her boyfriend of 2.5 years needed to get to know each other as friends before she told him about her sex change procedure. Talikova was asked whether she wants to have children. She replied without elaborating, "Yes, I want to have 2 children."
Trump has to review the whole thing. I wonder if one of his prerequisites is he must
the famous
merchandise.
Oh, very funny. The famous comb over.
Yeah, his hair or something.
Oh, you know, tell me about it. And that's just the love Trump.
Yeah.
That made him all his money.
That's what's made him all his money. He relies on him to allow that
And NBC.
Not
just Trump,
okay.
but NBC as well. So that would be the network as well.
It's bizarre. So,
Yes,
people are just kind of crazy. Anyway, I am going to play a little song I wrote and dedicated transgender family. This is transgender song that I wrote for a transgender or transsexual friend, and the song is called I Am. Callers call in anytime, whenever you're ready, but here's the song. That was I Am. I played a shorter version. You could listen to my music on my YouTube channel. That's Transman on a Mission. And you could also purchase my CD on CD Baby or iTunes. I have also put the link on today's show. If any of you like my music and would like to support my work, I am an independent artist. That means no record label pushes my stuff. I can only push it myself, and I made a lot of my music with a lot of love in my heart for my trans family and for the awakening of the human race.
And tomorrow night we will be having a special guest on our show.
That's right, and we'll be having many guests on the upcoming shows. But tomorrow night we will have a special guest. Her name is Jenna Fox, a woman with many talents. Jenna is the author of The Curious Case of Jenna Fox. She's an actress, cover girl, musician, recording artist, host and hostess of her own series, director, producer of her own recording and production company, sharing some of her trials and tribulations and stories of life. And on Sunday, we will be interviewing Elvira Diaz. She's an ally, a mother to a trans child. She'll be sharing her story and help parents understand that loving your child unconditionally is the only true loving child. You know, it always puzzles me. You bring a child into this world, raise it, love it, and all of a sudden, the child is not what you thought this child would be. So whether you're part of the gay community, whether you're bisexual, whether you're pansexual, how can a mother or a father deny their love to you because you are trying to be true to yourself? And this is something that really baffles me, how the individuals that brought you to this earth are supposed to protect you, honor you, turn their backs on you. And there are so many adolescents that commit suicide because they don't feel loved and accepted, not only by their peers, but those that brought them into this world.
Okay. I experienced that. I no longer talk to my mother. So, that's a problem. And this is the woman that gave birth to me. And through my trials and tribulations of my issues that I was going through, I couldn't even turn to my own mother for comfort, for help in the situation. So, but one day she'll come around, and hopefully one day before it's
They do come around. My mother was very anti what I did in the beginning. It's because I killed her daughter, and I'm very thankful today. She calls me every other day. She has finally learned to call me by my male name. And I feel the love. Not that I didn't feel the love before, because they don't stop loving you. I think they're just so hurt inside. And I think they blame themselves. It's like, what did they do wrong? And they're worried about what other people think.
Exactly.
And the bottom line is, love is love. And we should all learn to love one another, not judge one another, and accept each other the way we are. We didn't ask for this. I didn't sign up for it, although, hey, I love my journey. I love my life.
And if I had it to do all over again, I would gladly do it.
It's an amazing journey. Call in and share your story. Talk to us about your most awkward moment. Number to call in is 646-716-6895. Don't be shy. We don't bite. We're here to let you voice your opinion, have your voice heard. A very important part of this show. And while I wait for callers to call in, I'm going to talk a little bit about a health tip, how to whiten your teeth the natural way. I don't know how many of you have actually gone to a dentist and had your teeth whitened. And sometimes it takes, a good week or so of sleeping with this disgusting chemical that is in your mouth that is very damaging. Lead for that other stuff into it. We pollute our bodies with so many things, and we wonder why we have cancer. We wonder why we have all sorts of unexplainable diseases. But did you guys know that you could easily whiten your teeth with banana peels?
Bananas, yeah.
You're not going to eat the peel. You're going to actually rub the peel. You're going to use the inside part of the banana peel and rub it on your teeth for 2 minutes. And you're going to do this for 2 weeks. And you know what? The most whitest pair of teeth that I've ever had is when I did that. I was a raw vegan. I read up a lot about all these natural ways. I didn't want to use deodorant. Everything was natural, and I didn't smell because I still don't smell. But I didn't smell even less back then because it was all natural. Everything that went in his body was al natural. And,
when you sweat, you smell that.
That's love. That's love.
Yes, nothing grosses me out about you.
Grosses me about you.
Yeah. That's okay.
I'm not going to talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
On to the next subject.
Yeah. On to the next subject.
Now that the cat's got butt our tongue.
Yeah. Guys, save us. 646-716-6895.
Yeah, you don't want to veer off to left field.
Yeah. It's very...
Go ahead. I was going to say, why don't you play a song? Yeah.
Another song. If you want to be a guest on our show, please send us an email to markangelacummings@yahoo.com or Jessica Lynn Cummings @yahoo.com. Like us on our Facebook page, the Cummings for Trans Support. We also have a closed group called the Transition Radio Group. And send us a request, and we'll gladly accept your membership. We are two simple, loving trans individuals who are here for you guys.
And we're also on Skype. Transition Radio. No spaces, no PRN.
Yes, we'd love to have a chat with you guys and just brainstorm and just, I see too many, the several groups that I belong to in Facebook. I see too many sad stories. a lot of the 17, 18-year-olds who are struggling with their gender dysphoria, who are struggling with their parents accepting them and allowing them to go on hormones or hormone blockers. They are on suicide watch. They feel their life's about to end. And one of advice that I could give to the youth, take your time. You know, it's not the most terrible thing, and although at the time it feels like it is, learn to love yourself. You're creating the person that you are within, but if you don't love what's within you, what do you expect? That by taking hormones and having these procedures that magic is all going to set in? It's more to us than hormones and surgery. We are special, and many of you may not think so, but I truly believe we're angelic beings. And the show that we're going to talk about on Thursday, I'll give you a little preview, is it art or is it porn? Jessica worked very hard on our logo, and if you watched our logo either on Facebook or here on the blog radio, she created our image with angel wings, and,
kind of showing everybody how truly angelic we are as transgender individuals.
And how natural we are. And I think that's
how we should not be ashamed of who we are. We should not be ashamed of our bodies. We should keep standing tall and spreading our wings and showing the world who we are. The more we show the world who we are and what we go through and what we're about, the more we educate them and the more we teach them, the more they're going to understand, and we gain allies. The more allies we gain, the less problems we're going to have in society later in life for us now and future generations of which are now trans children that are going to soon to be trans adults.
Yeah, we don't want them to be ashamed of their body at all. I mean, we're beautiful beings.
Exactly.
And although many of you may not agree with that, and you might have hatred of certain parts of your body, but you were born this way out of coincidence. There is a reason behind our evolution. And our creators were androgynous, both male and female parts, and I believe that is just something so angelic, something so beautiful. Not to put down those that want to go all the way and want to go stealth, to each his own. But I believe many of us we have to take that torch forward and educate the world that not everything is black and white, not everything is male and female. I truly like to see one day that gender marker on a license will be changed to transgender, and I would probably be the first one there to change that M to a T. There's nothing wrong with that, and I am truly...
And we changed that F to a T.
And it's a beautiful thing, and we want to encourage all our transgender brothers and sisters to feel proud of who they are and not hate their bodies and not have the fear and the anxiousness and the judgment that they have upon themselves. Well, guys, you have 1 minute and 45 seconds. Stay tuned for tomorrow's show. Again, Jenna Fox. She's an amazing lady. She has multi talents. I can't wait to actually hear from her and interview her. Share her life with us all. Remember to call in tomorrow with your questions and requests for Jenna. And yet Sunday we have Elvira Diaz, who has a trans child, and she's an amazing parent. And now we're going to end with a song that's called For Freedom, another one of my awakening songs. I hope you enjoy the show. And we want to thank you for listening and supporting. Like us sign up on our YouTube channel and all that good stuff. Love you guys, but remember to always love yourselves too.
Good night.
Good night, folks.
My sister, please do not cry no more. Our children getting us nowhere. The more you have, the more you want. The Jesus freaks, they cannot help no one promoting war to bring on peace. It makes no sense. How can we live like this? What are we fighting for? It's up to what you know. What are we fighting for? It's up to what you know. The little girl that cries 'cause her mother died in the hands of the blue-eyed man who's filled with lies. For freedom they claim the battle as they kill away. The truth lies in the dollar and the things they say. The ocean vapor polluted away, killing the life almost every day. Destruction now governs our world. The cold, nowhere to be heard. Our planet is coming to an end. Ascension is the only way. My family, don't you shy away. Step up, it's a brand new day. What are we fighting for? It's up to what you know. What are we fighting for? It's up to what you know. The little girl that cries 'cause her mother died in the hands of the blue-eyed man who's filled with lies. For freedom they claim the battle as they kill away. The truth lies in the dollar and the things they say. The things they say. The many things they take. Tomorrow will bring a brand new day. We must unite and find a way to bring laughter and love and end this war. Enough's enough. We must fight no more for our children, for the love of peace and the union of all that is, all that is. What are we waiting for? It's up to what you know. What are we waiting for? It's up to what you know. The little girl that cries 'cause her mother died in the hands of the blue-eyed man who's filled with lies. For freedom they claim their battle as they kill away. The truth lies in the dollar and the things they take. The many things they take. Oh, so many things they take. So many things they take. What are we waiting for? So do what you know. What are we waiting to you,